welcome back everybody. I am now joined by Optimistic Emo. Welcome, man. Fresh off of that dub against Lothjon. You were saying that you were a little bit nervous at the beginning.
Yeah,
there.
dude. At the start, I was just feeling all the nerves, and then like towards the middle, like after those first two losses, I was like, all right, I gotta get back into this.
Yeah, you got into the swing of it. I really enjoyed that cheeky little smile that you gave to Lothjon before you picked. Was it
Waluigi Stadium? Yeah.
Waluigi Stadium, and just letting him know like, this is it, buddy. This is it for
this
you.
is the one.
So there it is.
It's gonna go down.
And now he's joining me, of course, for commentary on this match that we have coming up next. Goomba against Lothjon. We're gonna take a quick look here at how the table is starting to shape up. Of course, Emo just got that win, getting himself 15 points. Lothjon, although he took the loss, did win 3 tracks, so he got himself a nice little 3 points there, which could come in clutch going down the line in terms of the top 2 that want to make it in the standings to go to this grand final on Sunday. So there we go. All right, now we can get into this match as soon as the runners are ready. And again, can you remind us the bands? It was
Daisy Cruiser from Goomba and Mario Coliseum from LJ.
There we go. So those 2 tracks will not be played in this set, but of course we will be playing 13 tracks, so we will be seeing plenty of Mario Kart Double Dash action here.
Oh yeah.
As we're just getting set up to kick this one off. And here we go.
Alright, so Goomba is like an actual beast at this track. he's gonna probably bust out at 114, so hopefully LJ can get close to that.
Yeah, here we go. LJ, of course, a little significantly warmer as he did just play a match, pulling in the double duty back to back. But Goomba is, I mean, he's just a titan.
Yeah,
he's tough to go up against.
Mr. Consistency.
For sure. And you're already seeing here, not Lothjon, no significant mistakes, but Goomba just that little bit more optimal, taking about a 0.3 lead in that opener. But Lothjon keeping up with them.
Yeah, actually LJ is getting really close to that sand right there. He might make up a little bit of time, but still, Goomba with that 0.3 lead, maybe coming in clutch here. Oh yeah, and he goes wide for that shroom as well, so they're basically gonna go even. LJ should have had the lead there, but yeah. Actually, wait, Goomba doesn't have a shroom.
Oh, here we go. Lothjon just ate a little bit of sand here. They are neck and neck. Goomba edging it, going into this final lap. And apologies before for not having the game audio. We did get that sorted now. You guys are able to hear the action. And there it is, Lothjon
LJ taking the first win
by 0.3. Will we see a Lothjon sweep against Goomba?
Oh man, I hope so.
Imagine emo low key, hoping that does happen.
Hey, if I can't do it, somebody has to.
Yeah. There you go, Lothjon. Not what you would expect. Taking the first point, getting on the board before Goomba, world rank #1, and maybe he just awoke a beast.
Oh yeah. I mean, when Goomba sees himself down 1, he's like, all right.
Yeah,
I gotta pick up the slack.
He turns it on for sure. There we go, Mario Circuit. Or is it Mario Bridge? No, Mario Circuit.
Mario Circuit.
Mario Circuit. Got it. Commentator still learning the tracks of the names. The tracks and the names. Nice. The tracks of
learning
the names.
English while we speak.
Just gonna be quiet until we start here. Give him again a little drink of water, and they should be counting down shortly.
Yeah, LJ actually has a pretty solid time here in this track in comparison to Goomba's level, but especially with the tracks that's been heavily pushed and optimized. Those are the ones that are he's the most consistent at, right? So that's the thing. And then getting really tight in this first corner, that's the hardest part. LJ scoring a small lead here at the start, but this bumpy section coming up next is where the tables can turn.
Here we go. Goomba, of course, on home turf. We'll see if his brethren can get in Lothjon's way for his favor. And wow, what a really tight opener. 0.3 lead for Lothjon. Here we go. First shroom. Pretty nice from both of them, and they're neck and neck. Goomba made up a little bit of time with that.
Barely escaping from the grass too. That's exactly what you want.
Yeah, this is This is extremely tight. This is extremely tight. Let's see if we can keep this out throughout for the remaining laps.
Yeah, LJ's driving really well.
Yeah, just a little bit more optimal there than
yeah.
Goomba.
The thing is, though, Goomba does do an extra MT at the very end, so he made up a little bit of time there.
Right. Here we go. This shroom's going to be big. Goomba getting it off just a little bit earlier, but pretty. I really can't tell who's in the lead. This is ridiculous.
LJ might be in the
LJ
way.
a tiny bit. Yeah. Here we go. This is the last turn.
Oh no!
Will Goomba get in his way? Oh, really avoiding? No. Here we go. Oh, Goomba taking it right at the end. LJ just not able to weave through those Goombas the way he wanted to, and had to kind of take a detour and ultimately end up in the grass. And there it is, Goomba tying it up. But Lothjon impressing here, really putting the pressure on.
Yeah, he had that lead for sure. It's like he dropped like a full second right at the very end, and ultimately, I mean, that's what ended up costing him.
Oh man. And it's in moments like those when if you're already up 1-0 against Goomba and you're playing out of your mind about to take game 2, I mean, your heart's pumping. So it's hard to keep that composure. But right at the end, Goomba fortunate that Lothjon just wasn't able to clutch it.
And then that's the thing, like especially going into lap 3 with that pace ahead of Goomba, and it's like because that was a really good like 3-lap attempt right there. I don't think it was close to PR pace. It was like 0.2-ish away, but I mean still LJ proving himself. Definitely
a solid showing, and you can see Lothjon really taking his time there to really weigh what counter pick he wanted to go here, and it is Sherbet land. As I learned, it's not Sherbert.
No.
I now know that.
Sad to say.
What is a Sherbet?
I think the sherbet is the ice cream, no?
Right. Do you also eat a sherbet? Is that?
I have no idea.
Is that something else?
I'm just gonna say it's no land.
Got it. All right. Well, Goomba here with an early lead. Both players opting to keep their shrooms throughout lap 1. Is there a reason why? I feel like that's common. Is it because of the cycles with the Shy Guys, or?
Yeah, for the Shy Guys, you don't want to shroom on the opener because those blue Shy Guys gonna be in the way, just like in LJ's way right there.
There it is. Prime example. Lothjon just bumping into one of those Shy Guys. Those Shy Guys are out on a date, just ice skating, and Lothjon is ruining it for them, losing time as a result.
Should have just gone, to Cold Stone, gotten some sherbet ice cream.
Exactly. Goomba just finessing right under that Shy Guy. That looked pretty cool. The dancing Shy Guy flying up above it. Oh, and Lothjon as well. Is that normal?
Yeah.
Okay. Never
so
mind.
they are on that same cycle there, but I mean, even trying to madly go for it is kind of crazy.
It still looks pretty sick. And here we go, Lothjon making up some time with the 2 shrooms, but not going to be enough. Goomba taking it up 2-1.
Yeah, 114.2, really impressive time. World record's at 113.5, I think. So, anywhere within a second, that's an okay time.
Definitely. All right, here we go. Lothjon back to the drawing board. That counter pick not working. Let's see where he's going to take us next.
Mushroom Bridge.
Mushroom Bridge.
Okay. I saw Goomba practicing this one like just a couple minutes ago, but didn't practice it too much. I don't know. Hopefully, we can see another LJ win on the board.
Hopefully, we can see a super shortcut. Later today. Are you in the Ultimate Store? Can you do it?
For Mushroom Bridge, it's like there's no way.
Oh, it's just really hard?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then that one only saves like a couple seconds.
Oh, gotcha.
But for Bowser's Castle, that one saves like minutes.
Yeah. Do you want to take a moment to talk about super shortcuts real quick and why they're not allowed in?
Okay. So for the on the players page, which is like the speedrun.com for the time trials site, we only do non-shortcut. We only keep a track of non-shortcut times.
Non-shortcuts, right? Straight up, just on the track, vanilla.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I mean, when you get into when you get into shortcut tracks, Bowser's Castle, prime example, has a 4.5 second lap. It's not really that skillful.
Right. Oh no. Okay, Lothjon was taking an early lead there, and then just quickly nullified by that card that he hit there, but it's still pretty close.
Yeah, actually, I wonder what happened to Goomba. Did he miss a start boost?
I wasn't able to tell there, but we do know that he's got a 0.3 lead here in this opening lap. Lothjon pretty much a 28 flat there.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no, that is huge stuckage. They're losing pretty much all his speed. Gonna have to go all the way around.
Yeah.
Just pick himself back up as best as he can, but that's big.
Yeah. Okay. Can we go back on that rule on ultra shortcuts? Just to allow it real quick for LJ.
Just for this one time.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's definitely gonna need it here. Unless Goomba gets like stuck 3 times, it's gonna be really hard to come back from.
And that is a bit of a breather for Goomba. Probably the first time in these tracks that he's been able to just take like a smooth lead early on and just kind of see it through. We'll kind of maybe settle his nerves down a little bit as Lothjon tries to do what he can to catch back up here.
But to no avail.
Not enough. 3-1.
With the sub 120.
Yeah, Goomba's starting to get back, getting into the groove that he wants to see himself in.
Yeah, you know, there were a couple mistakes, but like ultimately, you know, Goomba ended up like playing pretty solidly. No, I mean, all you want to see is like no truck hits, honestly.
Right.
Anything besides that, you know, we're driving okay. Now we're gonna go for the next pick. I'd assume I don't know if Waluigi's saying is the best pick, but you know we're going to it anyways. LJ, I'm assuming he's banking on Goomba to fall into the abyss. Maybe you know get stuck in the mud.
Lothjon taking the chances that he can. He needs to get something going here.
Yeah.
Does not want to let Goomba take another win here and start to run away with it.
Yeah, it's because it's kind of hard to deal with it in like just the normal just A-Tech courses, such as like Peach Beach, Mushroom Bridge.
Yep.
Because there's two like it's just finesse basically. But you know with Waluigi, you know you can make one big mistake and there goes your lead.
Yep.
Goomba so far taking a small lead, doing a couple extra MTs on the side of the ramp. LJ keeping it close.
And Lothjon's really had his work cut out for him on day 1 here. GSA at Smash and Splash playing the number 2 ranked in the world runner to kick things off, and then immediately followed by world number 1.
Oh yeah, that must be rough for him.
Yeah, but you know he's really not laid down and just he's shown a lot of fight, and you know obviously took some tracks off of yourself and kicked this one off, taking off a track off of Goomba. So he's here to play, and he's doing what he can.
I believe LJ is ranked number like 17-ish, just right around those ranks. So he's trying to get himself into the upper echelon.
I've been climbing the ranks. Definitely showing a lot of potential, Lothjon.
Oh, getting stuck.
Right as I say it, getting that like almost like triple stuckage there. Just trying to weave his way out of that mud pit, but it's eating up a lot of time.
Yeah, he wanted to get enough speed to be able to start a drift, but he didn't want to like waste too much time on the turning around and like doing whatever. So I mean, ultimately, you know that's why he got stuck a couple times there.
Exactly. That is a rough go. Goomba now up 4-1.
And these times from Goomba keep improving and improving. 137. That's nothing to shake a stick at.
Yeah, just like I was saying before, Lothjon, maybe, who knows, taking that first win at like he did just, you know, made Goomba kind of snap out of it and is like, all right, now I got to get going. And it's maybe what has caused him to kind of find his form here.
Should have like eased into it first, LJ. Give him the first one, you know, and then later on just started picking at it.
Exactly. Slowly made him fall apart.
Exactly. Give him the confidence and then just take it, and then give him the confidence again.
Yeah. The mind games. Dino Jungle, here we go.
Now, I saw LJ, I think LJ fell off once and then he went for the shroomless cut the previous time.
Yep.
So, hopefully, you know, the same mistakes don't happen again.
Yeah, hopefully we don't run into a situation where it's kind of like, all right, it makes sense for him to go to first shroomless for the swag. swagless here, just optimal.
I want to see a PR pace, and then they have to go for shroomless because it's like, hey, we gotta get the PR.
You gotta go for it.
You gotta go for it. Actually, in that situation, it's kind of hard to tell. Like, do you go for the win? Do you go for the PR?
Right? It'd be really, really cool to get. Oh
no,
Lothjon!
LJ.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone fall there, losing a shroom as well.
No.
My goodness, he must have landed really awkwardly or something and just taken a turn to a place he did not want to go.
Yeah, that's rough, honestly. Down one shroom in this track and the fall in. That's at least like 5 to 7 seconds.
That is rough. That's not the kind of lead you want to be giving away on lap 1 to Goomba. Getting some nice background noise. Adding to the ambiance.
People botting each other. 33.7 lap coming out from Goomba. It's pretty good. Usually I think the laps you want to aim for is like sub 33.5, but like on one tries, anything 33,
Yeah,
I'll take.
definitely. We talk about how in longer speed runs, and Lothjon with a little bump there. In longer speed runs for races,
You guys don't have any extra HDMI splitters, do you?
No.
Oh, you like
Yeah.
shit? Okay.
LJ falling in again.
Oh jeez, and as Goomba finishes it, just the polar opposite kind of occurrence there. Goomba wrapping up his 5th win as LJ takes another spill. But yeah, like I was saying, how in longer speedruns we talk about how runners, they're so used to like speedrunning in the comfort of their homes and being able to reset as much as they want. I feel like that plays an even bigger role in a game like this where the focus is so much on ILs, where you are just resetting over and over. In longer speedruns you might reset a lot at the beginning, but for this, you reset like 3 seconds in if you don't get a good start.
Exactly. Even if it's like just a minor mistake, it's like,
Yeah.
well, is it worth continuing? Like,
Exactly.
And like sometimes it just really isn't. So
Yeah.
just gotta hit that quick restart button.
Yeah, and as well in longer speedruns, once you're deep into a run, there is a tiny bit more at stake where you're like, should I reset this? I've invested however X amount of
Exactly.
time. But with a one try, you're 10 seconds in, 20 seconds in, or whatever. It's like, I have infinite amount of tries. Let's just keep the bar rolling and start again.
Speaking of longer speedruns, going into Rainbow Road.
Oh geez, yeah. This is what, like a full 3 minute like.
Full, 3 minutes, 2 and the 50 change. If
Right.
you don't fall off or anything, play pretty good. But
And this is the first time we're seeing it here at Smash and Splash Rainbow Ride, because it was banned in the previous match.
correct, yeah. Yeah, as much as I, love the zippers and straight lines, I had to ban it.
Yeah, definitely. Very common to ban this track because of all the potential to
Exactly.
fall off.
And not just that, but then right at the end, there's like there's a spiral where you have to get good art tech, and it really does like save a whole lot.
Right.
I think Goomba's art tech is pretty solid in comparison to LJ's, so you might see a change in time differences here, because that's where the true lead builds up.
Yep. And it only makes sense that Lothjon would pick a track like this. If Goomba wins this, he is on match point, so Lothjon trying to do everything he can to keep him away from that match point, trying to stay in it. But solid opener from both of them. Goomba, of course, with a slight lead, about a 0.5 lead or so.
We're getting that zipper right at the very end. Right on that one, you wanna hit the zipper like at the start, and then like just zoom out like right off the side, and then hopefully land it back on the course. But hitting that zipper again cost him a little bit, but still with the lead. Trying to go back into it, going to the cannon, taking a quick breather.
Is that what we call this, a cannon?
Yeah, the cannon in a decam, and then this one.
Also a cannon.
Or I guess you can call this one the elevator. I don't know.
Elevator, maybe? Like a hover,
Yeah.
like a wind shoot
Oh, that
type of deal.
Exactly. I think that's what I call it cannon for everything. I'm lame. I think most people call it elevator though.
But yeah, Goomba further expanding his lead here to pretty much just over a full second. Will be gaining even more time here. Oh no, Lothjon!
Yeah, he has to go for those risks.
He had to, yeah. And it's just not paying off for him, but, you know, doing everything he can to not go out without a fight.
Yeah, but it's rough going against Rainbow Road. I mean, this is the track of consistency.
Yeah.
Like,
back against the ropes, you're down on lap 2 in Rainbow Road, and pulling out those risky strats. That's not the situation you want to be in.
Yeah. Finishing out with 256. Solid time. Seeing Goomba clutch out some very low 255s, but you know, overall 256.
Yep.
Pretty close.
So he'll take it. He'll take that win, and now, of course, on match point for those 5 extra points for winning the 5 overall match, if he can win this track, and then we will see the remaining 5 tracks after that, if that is the case.
So I want to say LJ should pick Yoshi's just from that the shroomless. Ooh, and yeah, there you go. He's going for it.
Yep. Here we go. It's now or never.
I think he said in his last match that his setup like felt weird, so he ended up not going for it. I think. Or he ended up like opting to shroom or something like that. So we might see the same. Just a backup shroom just in case of the setup for the shroomless is not correct.
You know, we talked about at the beginning of this race, you know, imagine somehow, you know, when Lothjon taking the lead, seeing a sweep. Here we go. We'll see if either of them. Here it is. Lothjon going for it, and he gets it. He's taking this lead, and here we go. Lothjon will have to see the rest of this through, but he is in the lead, in the driver's seat, and he's got Goomba on the ropes in this Yoshi's Island.
He's also playing for consistency there. He's doing a 2MT strat along that like sunflower area, whereas Goomba's doing the 3-1. Doesn't save too much time, and honestly, like something like this, hey, just gotta go with what you're comfortable with.
Yep.
And look at that 0.5 difference from that shroomless mostly.
Yep. And of course, Goomba being more than capable of getting YOLO himself, but opting not to, showing that he was confident enough that he was fine with bit of time lost there. And there it is. Like literally what I was about to say is that Goomba confident enough that even with YOLO, he would have plenty of chances to catch up over these little time saves, just playing a bit more optimally. And there it is. They are now neck and neck, completely nullifying that YOLO lead that Lothjon had.
Yeah, LJ has a very, very slight lead, less than 0.1, I'd say. Just
oh my goodness.
Trying to clutch it out.
This is ridiculous. Lap 3. Oh no! There it is. There it is, Goomba once again coming back from behind. Lothjon is not able to keep it together. It is tough out here for LJ.
It's rough, man. Going into that 3rd lap, knowing you're ahead, you got the shroomless, you know, you got the slight lead. You gotta clutch it out, and you know when you try to do those MTs just a little tad bit quickly.
And there it is, Goomba sealing the deal, getting that 7th win. Game, set, and match. And Lothjon will be just doing everything he can to play these remaining 5 tracks for as many points as he can get. And so many moments, Lothjon having us at the edge of our seat, just seeing all the potential for him to take the wins, and then just little things just not going his way to make it not work out the way he wanted.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you know, it's kind of rough doing all that without, you know, without the huge mistakes.
Yeah, the risk is always there.
Exactly. What a shame, but you know, LJ, he can still take a couple points away, try to get himself into the number 2 spot.
Yep. You know, Goomba has been. He did mention yesterday that he has been having some slight problems with his hands, feeling a little bit of pain, and really making sure these past 2 weeks that he was taking care of his wrist, stretching, doing his exercises and whatnot. Oh, Lothjon, huge stuckage there right at the beginning. Oh, and then the double whammy.
And that means that's gonna make his cycle super messed up.
Yeah, he's gonna have to improvise here and just kind of make sure he's aware.
That yellow car, man, that's looking sketchy.
Here it is. All right.
He's barely getting ahead of it.
Could have been worse, but we'll see with the other 2 laps where those cars end up.
Yeah, there's some trucks, lap 2 and 3, right at the very end, that can come in clutch. Barely evading that red car.
But you could see just before this track started that Goomba was kind of, maneuvering his wrist a little bit, kind of gauging how he was feeling. So hopefully, he's able to take care of his hands and be fine throughout the weekend. But that is another factor to consider going forward. He might, in the middle of the track, might start to tense up and feel this discomfort.
Yeah, and on top of that, he also plays regularly on HTC. Wait, what was that?
Yeah, I know, you got stuck there. It just looked like he lost pretty much all of his speed and trying to just get back on track using that shroom. Helps Lothjon a little bit, but we'll need to see something else like that for it to swing back in his
Goomba
favor.
needs to fall off here on the right side.
Yeah, but knowing the lead that he has, almost certainly going to be going through the left side. Yeah, there it is. Just playing it safe. Yeah. No point in saving. What would that save? Like 0.1 or something like that?
0.1 if that.
If that, right.
Yeah.
And there it is, 8-1. Just cleaning up here.
Yeah, it could have been a different story if LJ's opener, didn't have that huge mistake, but who's to say?
Yep.
Oh, but I was gonna say, Goomba normally plays on an LED TV or a flat screen.
Right. And that's got like a significant.
It's like an actual monitor though. Okay. But like it's still, I think it shows that his start boosts haven't been like the frame perfect ones that we're so used to seeing.
Right.
I think now he's getting like 3rd or like 4th frame.
Got it.
So
having to adapt, of course, here using CRTs.
Mm-hmm. The superior race.
Superior race. Getting some applause from the back room here, approving that statement. CRTs are great, man.
Yeah, honestly. If you don't have a CRT and you're playing like any game before the Wii, what are you doing?
It's kind of incredible how much of like a burden they are to a lot of people out there that just like can't get rid of them, and then for a lot of gamers it's just like please let me have it.
Please give this to me. Yeah, I mean, just yesterday we went out to eat somewhere, and the waitress said like, "Oh, are you guys smashers?"
Right. Yeah.
Y'all want a CRT?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I live 50 minutes away. If one of you wants to come get it, like, please. Like, I can't lift the darn thing, let alone get rid of it.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody out there is looking for a CRT, there's people that are out there trying to get rid of them.
Hit up that lady, that waitress. Nice shortcut there from both of them.
Ooh,
here it is. No, Lothjon.
Oh,
with the shroom in hand again. That's rough. That is rough. It's all kind of falling apart here for Lothjon, but you really can't blame him. Down 8-1, doing everything he can to try and squeeze some points, but the biscuit not coming after the risket.
Yeah. LJ trying to add all the MTs he can on that bridge, but it's hard if you get that wrong angle going into it.
Yeah. It's like deceivingly easy to kind of like fall off the rails and on that bridge to just kind of like one little wrong move and you're suddenly off of it.
Yeah, especially because the sides, wherever there's like it's very obvious like where it like ends, and if you step on that side, you're like just bound to fall. Like something just like starts pushing you out.
Right.
So you have to be like in the middle of the bridge.
Yeah, and you got to be thinking that the whole thing is swaying the entire time and kind of bumping you up and down. So you got to take those little things into consideration. But here it is, Goomba, 9-1.
Not giving LJ anything. Well, one.
Little breadstick.
The one. Yeah, he didn't get the donut. You know, he's trying to claw himself up.
Yep. Pretty much seeing a reverse sweep here from Goomba. Just coming all the way up from 1-0 down. So we got 3 tracks left here.
What do we have? Dry. Mushroom Bridge already played. We haven't played Bay Park, have we?
No, we haven't.
And then
Bowser's
Beach
Castle?
Beach?
We haven't seen Bowser's Castle yet.
Bowser's, yeah.
Did you already say that?
No, yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, so we have those 3,
Yep.
Mushroom Cup and then Bowser.
There it is.
Cool. Busting out the dry pick. This one's kind of smart of a pick, because you know that there's so many places where you could just lose massive amounts of time.
Yep.
There's a tornado. There's the pillars, which normally you don't see, but you know sometimes they just start coming at you, and apparently you know drop the start boosts coming straight from LJ.
It'd be like that, man.
Hopefully that doesn't mess up his tornado cycle in lap 2 that badly. I don't think it will.
We saw a lot of damage coming out from the Pokies last time we visited this.
Yeah.
Oh, and there it is, right,
dude,
right on cue.
He wanted it. That Pokey's like, yeah, now you're coming with me.
Yeah, you could see just the way he bent right in that direction.
Yeah.
Now the way that they bend, is it always consistent, like on a cycle?
Yeah, that one is on a cycle, but I mean, keeping track of each Pokey, I mean, there's just so many of them.
Yeah, exactly.
The only one you may ever like keep track of is that one that LJ's just about to pass,
Yep.
and I mean, honestly, that's really it. The other ones you can like basically just weave around, even when they're, you know, poking down.
What are they even doing? Bending their spines like that? Oh, Lothjon, big stuckage there. Right on the line.
Yeah, that finish line is super deceiving. the hitbox for it, out of this world.
You know how at the very end you can like cross the finish line and like bonk into the side pillar,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Do people ever like accidentally, like it's on lap 2 and they think they're done and they purposely like smack into it and it's like, oh wait, it's lap 2?
Not that I've
That'd
seen
be
so
good.
far, but
That'd be
yeah.
very solid. 10-1 here. Goomba just doing what he does. World number 1 for a reason.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's going for it. He saw that number 1 with 15 points, and he's like, all right, I gotta beat that.
It would be good if he just loses only one of the last 2 races.
Yeah.
So that he can, of course, bop you, getting
He's gotta
60
one-up
points.
me.
Yeah, exactly, just barely. And who knows, maybe we'll see it here. So it's just these 2 then that are left, looking like Lothjon juggling back and forth between.
I don't think they're gonna end up playing Bowser's Castle. I mean,
Yeah.
knowing them, I mean, honestly, Bowser's kind of sucks.
Does it?
Yeah, it's another long course like Rainbow Road.
Yeah.
But this one's much more empty heavy. There's not that many zippers that you can like have
Right.
like time to rest.
Yeah.
And then of course there's very
Fireballs,
tricky
man.
fireballs. There's too many cycles. Long, like I said.
Yep.
And then art tech as well. It's inconsistent. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Makes sense.
It's too tough. But same with Baby Park, they're gonna end up going for the sideways start here, and hopefully keep it all through 7 laps. I mean, this track was made somewhere last year or the year before that one, and it's been pushed all the way down to like 102.3.
Oh,
But
Lothjon dropping it there.
that's the thing, if you drop a single MT,
Oh, another one.
Oh.
Oh, no.
it kind of sets the pace for the rest of the course.
Yeah, that is tough.
Because
Keep that rhythm.
1 MT dropped on regular 8 MT doesn't cost that much, but when you're going sideways and you're A-teching this much,
Yeah.
you just slow down almost to a full stop.
And there was
so,
another one, poor Lothjon.
yeah, LJ not bringing his A game to Bay Park this time around.
Yeah,
He ended up having a really good one against me actually.
Yeah, the last match he really pulled it out, and Baseball Kid was actually pretty surprised that he went for the sideways attack instead of the more conservative just straight on.
Right.
He actually had predicted it backwards to the way it had actually gone down, but there it is, Goomba, 11-1, and we will see one final track here. So with this, Goomba has secured first place in the standings at the moment after these first 2 matches, as he will get a minimum of 16 points here, and we'll see if he can pick up that 17th to help him out even that little bit more.
Yeah, Goomba's feeling himself. I saw a little dance he had right there. after that baby park, I mean, that 103.3, it's really impressive, honestly. So he's starting to pick up the groove. And maybe next time, we gotta put him in the first round. Make sure he doesn't warm up. Ice his hands.
Yeah, ice his hands. Right. Tie his hands.
Yeah, tie his hands down.
Here we go. You were saying we weren't gonna see Bowser's Castle, but here it is.
I'm eating my words.
Yeah, there it is. Oh man, why did is Goomba's the ghost was a different card?
That was a staff ghost.
Oh, it's just okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
I was like, did he get a PR with a different? Because this is the best card, is it not? Like by far.
Yeah, by far, it's the best
Right.
card.
Yeah.
I'm assuming because he's playing on the setup that I was playing earlier, and if you finish a time within the staff ghosts, you unlock it and you get to play against it. You'll never see it past the start, but it's there.
Yep. Well, hopefully you don't.
Yeah.
I think there have been like 1 or 2 times where in the league, someone's having just such a rough time that you do actually see it, and it's just like, oh man, that's how you know.
It's the real race between other competitor and the.
Oh no! What? How did Lothjon?
Oh no!
It looked like he was totally gonna clear it from when the last moment I looked. I have no idea how he fell there. Dang, with both shrooms too.
Oh, that's so rough. He must have started his drift just a little bit earlier than usual, and that's.
These early falls are killing him, man.
Yeah, because he's playing really well. He's playing really well, but just the big mistakes, they're the true killers, right?
Taxing.
Now here once again, maybe we should make a revision to the ultra shortcut.
Just one time. Just one time.
Just once.
It's just one.
Just give it to LJ. He needs this. Yeah, Goomba going in against the Thwomps. Yeah.
Oh, getting bopped.
And the Insta Shroom. That one's debatable because the last Shroom saves quite a bit.
Right.
But I mean, it was still a good recovery.
Yeah. Those little decisions right there that have to be instantaneous, whether or not because you only have 2 shrooms, so you have to use them optimally. And when you do run into those hiccups, to gauge whether or not it's worth using, Lothjon getting burned there, to gauge whether or not it's worth using to kind of get back on track right there in that moment must be like, you really need to know your stuff to know all the times.
Honestly, I feel like it's mostly like instinct at that point. It's like fight or flight. Do I shroom? Because it can be the decider at one point.
For sure. And you can't think about it at all. So yeah, instinct most certainly sounds like what it would be. And and there it is, Lothjon doing it for the fans, finishing up in the swamp. But there it is, 12-1. Goomba taking that W and first place in the standings for now. Go ahead and send it to us. So there it is, Goomba versus Lothjon. Up next, we will have Baseball Kid versus
me,
yourself.
Yeah.
Right, so you gotta get moving. I mean, you're still probably warm from that first match. But
I'm not too worried about being warm, but hopefully it goes the same.
Definitely. All right, well, thank you again for joining me on commentary, dude. And yeah, we'll go into a quick intermission, get set up for that next match, and we'll be back. So don't go anywhere, and we'll see you shortly.
See ya.